It's Adrian Heath's first game here as manager at Turf Moor this afternoon. A great reception for the former Manchester City, Everton and Aston Villa player, and he's come back to Turf Moor as the manager, player manager at that, although he's not fit as yet, and he does say he will be fit for next Saturday's game at the Manor Ground against Oxford United.
That's right, a tremendous reception there for Inch as he came out of the tunnel. His first home game in charge, and I'm sure he'll be looking for the Clarets to put on a good display against Swindon. He was saying that he was using it as a gauge the other night on how far Burnley need to go with the match at Blackpool, and for an hour it looked as though Burnley would more than match their visitors, but obviously now in the situation where after today's game we've got 3 vital away games coming up, we need to try and, if we can, get all the 3 points this afternoon.
Blackpool game midweek, I was fortunate enough to be there, and Burnley played really well in that first half, and as the manager himself did say, they did kick the ball about very well indeed, but however in the second half 2 schoolboy errors sort of gave Blackpool the 3 points.
That's right, I don't think Inchie was too pleased with a couple of the goals that were let in, but there's been a lot of positive signs in the opening 2 games of his managerial career, as it were, so I'm sure he'll be hoping to continue on that in that same vein today, and hoping that the Burnley lads at the other end can find their shooting boots.
We'll just tell you about the 2 mascots here this afternoon. We're delighted to welcome Sean and Liam Crooks to Turf Moor as mascots. We hope they enjoy their day with Burnley. It's been a long wait for 8-year-old Sean and his brother 11-year-old Liam, who was down to be mascots originally for the postponed Bristol Rovers game far back as January the 27th. And since then they've been waiting for a convenient date. Well, it come for them at last, and we're delighted to have them here for this important game. The lads live with their mum and dad in Cliviger and both attend Cliviger Home School. Sean is a rugby fan, loves jiu-jitsu. His ambition is to be a vet. Presently he looks after his pets, a hamster and a rabbit, and budgies as well. Liam, on the other hand, has ambitions to take his family on holiday by flying the plane. Yes, Liam wants to be a pilot. They both like Italian food and Coke. Sean's favourite player is Marlon Beresford, while Mark Winstanley is the favourite of Liam. Hope the 2 boys have a good afternoon. We'll shortly follow a minute's silence for the former Burnley player and manager, Alan Brown, who died earlier this week. Just to tell you about the team news, Andy Cook gets the nod centre forward. On the bench we have Paul Smith, the reserve keeper is Wayne Russell, and Derek Adams also on the bench, called in from the reserves. Mr. Riley is the match referee. And it's going to be the Clarets to kick towards the Ensley stand.
That's right, a very difficult game for Burnley. Swindon, of course, riding there, second in the league. And of course they've just embarked on another 7-match unbeaten run. Let's hope the Clarets can bounce back and give Adrian Heath a great sort of send-off for his first home game in charge.
Notice that there's no Liam Robinson. Obviously he's got a knock from the midweek game.
That's right, Andy Cook finding his place up front. Kurt Nogan passing a late fitness test, so obviously she's looking at that twin spearhead who will be able to do the business, as he was looking for Johnny Morrissey on a loan deal from Tranmere, but that's just fallen through in the last couple of days.
Run through the Swindon side for you then. The ex-Blackburn goalkeeper Frank Talia in goal for Swindon. Ian Culverhouse 2, Paul Bodin at 3, Ty Gooden at 4. Former Bolton man Mark Seagraves at 5, obviously a mate of Mark Winstanley. Sean Taylor at 6, 7 Mark Robinson, Paul Allen at 8, 9 Steve Finney, 10 Wayne Ellison and 11 Kevin Horlock. And now here's a chance for Nogan, and a good save, it hit the post. Unlucky for Kurt Nogan. And just a touch from Frank Talia and the post between them and a goal.
Should have been the first goal there for Burnley. Just took a ricochet off Andy Cook, and really Kurt Nogan I feel he should have buried that one.
Early blood for the Clarets then, as Kurt Nogan looking for his 25th goal of the season for Burnley. Just to tell you, on the substitutes bench for Swindon, Martin Ling, Alex Smith and Lee Collins. Danley's high ball, edge of the area, but the powering figure of Sean Taylor. There's Vinicum's header, that goes for a goal kick to Swindon. First time kick from Frank Talia. Warren Joyce in there. Here's Andy Cook now. Weller finds Parkinson on the overlap, right hand side for the Clarets. Weller first ball in, and Nogan. Steve Thompson hells it over to that far side, looking for a Warren Joyce. Mark Robinson in the way. Here's Steve Finney for Swindon. And given against Finney on that occasion. Free kick to the Clarets, just outside the Burnley bench there. Thompson now the captain for Burnley's games. Jamie Hoyland, Peter Swan and John Francis all got injuries at the moment. Good ball in again, and Weller's in there too. But a nudge back by Paul Bodin for the goalkeeper Frank Talia.
Paul Bodin very calm there, nodding it back to his keeper, but a very bright start by the Clarets against the men with the Castrol GTX on the front of the shirts, and they certainly look a very well-oiled side.
I suppose you could say they would get into gear eventually. However, here's Jerry Harrison for Burnley, finds Parkinson. Taylor letting that one roll, forgive him a throw. And the blue and black halves, a strip very similar to what Burnley wore a few years ago, only it was green and black. It didn't bring the Clarets much luck that season. Bodin with the kick then for Swindon Town. It's a good floated ball in, headed away that time by Harrison. Discarded his headband from midweek. Jerry Harrison had quite an outstanding game for Burnley at Bloomfield Road, despite the goals going in at the wrong end. Will be a corner to be taken by Ty Gooden. Winstanley doesn't get the connection he would have liked, and Thompson balloons it rather carelessly into the Burnley area, and a free kick awarded, quickly taken by Beresford. Ayres. Given away that time by Kurt Nogan. Ayres again for the Clarets. Good play from the former Blackpool man. Well controlled from Andy Cook now. Can he get that ball across? And Culverhouse cuts out the danger.
Yeah, terrific work there by Ayres, just withheld his pass long enough, and then a super pass for Cook. Brilliant control by the young forward, but then good defensive work also by the Swindon lad.
It'll be Thompson to take the corner kick then for Burnley. A flick on from Winstanley right across the Swindon face there, and the ball runs free to the visitors. So Burnley putting the frights on Swindon then in the first minute of the game, Tony.
I'm sure Steve McMahon, an old adversary of course of Adrian Heath from the days at Everton, he'll certainly be expecting a tough match today with Heath's first home game in charge. I'm sure he'll have made that plain to his men, even though Burnley are in quite a low position at the moment. I'm sure that McMahon has let his players know that it's going to be a tough battle at Turf Moor for them this afternoon.
They're going to be all tough games for Burnley in the weeks to come. Realistically, still a chance of the playoff position. Burnley's got to start winning and start here this afternoon. 1 win, 1 defeat for Adrian Heath so far, and this is Swindon. Oh, and it was a good save for Beresford. Number 11, Kevin Hurlock, nearly put the visitors into the lead there. The ball cleared away in a corner then. Yeah,
just as Norgan missed a good chance a few moments ago, I think Hurlock will be ruining that chance as well. 1-on-1 with the keeper, and Beresford doing well to block it, and then Burnley defend. I think Winstanley just clearing up the danger.
As the corner comes hurling across, wide of the far post. Short one taken by Beresford and Gary Parkinson. Looks like quite a full house here at Turf Moor, and Adrian Heath asking the supporters to come out of the woodwork for the first match for him.
Yeah, very popular choice of course, Inchy, and I think that's been shown by the increase in the attendance this afternoon, possibly 11,000 or 12,000, which will be a marked improvement from recent weeks.
Alan Beresford, of course, playing his second, or probably his third game back from that double hernia injury. Operation, whatever. There's Wayne Allison, former Bristol City man. Himself a danger up front for Swindon. Now here's Joyce, and well, Culverhouse saw that one okay. Paul Weller. Offside, Andy Cook. Chris Finicum. Nogan, another wild one from him. Culverhouse again. And Mark Winstanley puts himself under a bit of pressure there. Kick long. As having to go back to Marlon Beresford. First time kick from him. And Sean Taylor rising above the Burnley men. Nogan gets up there. Here's Cook. Joyce spreads it wide. The back of Gary Parkinson. And a slightly wayward ball from Steve Thompson made a lot of difference to the Burnley midfield since Steve Thompson got back from injury. Has great ability to spray the ball about, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's possibly one of the best passes of the ball in the division, and obviously since his return he's made a big difference in that midfield department. Certainly been Burnley's star man over the last 3 or 4 matches.
Wayne Allison and Harrison, and Joyce claims for a throw-in. It goes to Swindon Town, however. Here's Robinson for Swindon. That square ball, and that was a bit of a wayward one from Allen. Just kept in by Seagraves. Hammered long and hard by Culverhouse. Winstanley's header then. Vinicum working wonders on that far side, but unfortunately concedes a throw in to Swindon. Cook holding the ball up well and managing to find Steve Thompson now. Just controlled by Nogan. Overlap for Chris Vinicum, but probably just a little too long for the former Rangers fullback, and not too good a kick from Frank Talia. Weller attempting to beat the two there, but runs straight into trouble. Allison holds it up well. Robinson spreads it for the far side. Allen and Mark Winstanley's there again. There's touch, not too good that time.
Yeah, Burnley getting one or two nice touches going, and then just when they see that they've got the impetus going for a move, it seems to break down.
Now here's Gary Parkinson looking dangerous coming forward. Oh, and just in the nick of time there, Seagraves in on Gary Parkinson, and well, it looked like he was going to have a stab at goal there.
Yeah, big gap opening there in the middle of the park for Parkinson. I think the Swindon lads expecting a pass sprayed out to the wing, but Parkinson seeing his chance, and a good run there through the middle.
Here's Nogan, back for Parkinson. Cross comes in, and Joyce, oh, what a good effort too, and that was Warren Joyce, devious header from him, and just kept out again by Frank Talia.
Good header by Joyce, a downward header aiming for that bottom corner, always difficult for keepers, but Talia equal to it, and a good tip round for the corner.
So another corner to the Clarets, far side of the field then. Skipper Thompson to take. Gives it a high and lofty one, looking there for Harrison. Weller for Nogan. Gets the return, and corner again. Just 13 minutes gone here at Turf Moor. Burnley 0, Swindon 0. And that was, well, given the other way. Well, I thought that was Sean Taylor doing the damage, but obviously the other way about. The referee saw it otherwise.
Yeah, I think the Swindon are lucky to get away with that. Possibly penalising Winstanley for some backing in, but as you say, it looked like the Swindon lad was doing a bit of climbing as well.
Allison's nod down. Thompson goes in. Wins the ball. Joyce. Quickly back for Mark Winstanley. Mark Winstanley seems to have quite a bit of the ball at the moment as he kicks again. Long for Cook, and that'll run out. So the Seasiders will be wanting the Clarets to do them a favour after they've beaten Swansea down at the Vets today in an early kick-off, 2-0.
Yes, they've taken a 3-point lead there at the top, so on the way back, they'll possibly be tuned into this match to see if their Lancashire rivals can do a big favour. But Burnley the only people Burnley want to be doing a favour for is themselves now. This afternoon we want to get that 3 points and start moving back up that division.
Yeah, very important for Burnley to do that and sort of salvage something from this campaign. When Stanley kicks long again, Nogan chasing that one with Taylor, and Nogan persisting on him, wins himself a throw-in. As the deflection as that ball came across for Joyce. Thompson goes in, doesn't hang back at all, and Culverhouse clears for Swindon. And that goes against Steve Finney on that occasion. Oh, that was going to be quite dangerous. Taylor getting in the way of that one. And thankfully for him, it's gone back to the keeper, Frank Talia. The Eric Nixon type goalkeeper, this, eh?
Yeah, Talia, tall man who's, as you say, came from Blackburn quite some time ago, and he's obviously the back line of helping Swindon be able to just boast the proud record of having only been beaten 3 times this season.
Amazing record. Culverhouse. Seagraves finds Allison all the way on the floor. It's Seagraves again. A bit more height to that one. Good passing there to Mark Robinson. Here's Mark Robinson then, and a corner conceded by Vinicum. Gary Parkinson climbing on the back of Wayne Allison, but it's a 2 in a row for the visitors. Curling one straight to Marlon Beresford. And here's Paul Weller now. There's Nogan up with him. He's got Joyce steaming through here. Good ball from the Burnley striker, finds Vinicum. Cross comes from him. Joyce heads down. Nogan, can he turn? Can he find the space? He can't. He's crowded out by blue and black shirts.
Yeah, it was a shame. That was a superb move, started by Beresford. A terrific throw out to Weller, then Nogan doing some good work, and then in the end, as you say, getting crowded out with Swindon, getting plenty of men back behind the ball.
Parkinson gives the ball away, unfortunately, on that occasion. Ty Gooden now. Parkinson completely misses the challenge. Horlock, he tried to take a return there from the number 9 Finney, didn't come off. From keeper to keeper then. Parkinson put under pressure by Finney again, and Marlon Beresford having to do a bit of footwork there to get the ball clear. Culverhouse, challenge from Cook. Ayres retrieves the situation. Here's Nogan. Looking for Cook on that left side, and fortunately Burnley getting a slight pickle there. Allison. Here's Taylor, the captain for Swindon, puts the ball long down the left. So long, in fact, it's a goal kick. Just 20 minutes gone, goalless as it is. Swindon will be wondering whether they're going to continue their campaign back to the First Division, because they've had 1 or 2 hiccups of late, haven't they?
Yeah, but they've picked up again recent weeks with that 7 match. I think it's about 7 matches unbeaten to maintain that challenge to make a quick return back to Division 1.
A slide which has seen them drop from the Premier League into the First and then into the Second Division, which has been one of those declines. It's just very hard to halt, but presumably now they've halted that decline and heading their way back to where they came. That was definitely a foul on Chris Vinicum. Paul Allen, the man getting the boot in there. Referee having no doubt in his mind about that one. This is Jerry Harrison for Burnley, pushing it wide to that left-hand side, but over Chris Vinicum's head. A player that we sort of bring to mind when we think of Swindon, particularly in the late 60s, Tony, is Peter Noble.
Yeah, of course, Noble's playing for Swindon when they reached the League Cup final. I think it was something like the 68-69 season, when he used to be a regular centre forward for the Wiltshire men. I think possibly one of Burnley's best signings over the last 20 years or so, when he moved to Turf Moor. I think at the start of the 73-74 season.
Yes. A great player for the Clarets, possibly more so for Burnley than he was ever for Swindon. Get the free kick eventually, and Vinicum takes it. Taylor's up there. Finney tries to lay it off, but goes out of play. Ayres, first time rocket from him. Where's that going? Oh, it's in the roof of the net there from David Ayres. A good effort.
Yeah, Talia backpedaling frantically there, and relieved to see that one hitting the roof of the net.
Afternoon ebbing to the half-hour mark here. 23 minutes gone. Still no score. As Warren Joyce picks up play for the Clarets. Parkinson, and that's out. Paul Allen eventually gets the ball, far side of the field, lays it back for Seagraves. Culverhouse sticks it long down the right-hand side for Swindon. Vinicum gets in a good challenge, but obviously still coming away on that far side. Paul Allen, Mark Winstanley. Great play from the former Bolton central defender. Here's Nogan. Good ball for Nogan now. Can he find a player in that 18-yard box? It's Mark Winstanley. Oh, and a shot from Winstanley, which eventually found Cook, and he spooned it into the Ensley stand.
Another bright Burnley move though there, and as it came across, I think Winstanley's miss-hit shot there, I think it hit Cook rather than Cook aiming for the shot. I think Cook surprised there, and the ball ending up well over the top.
Probably the first time Mark Winstanley's miskicked a ball, and it, as you say, ran into the path of Andy Cook, and I think he was so surprised he spooned it over the well wide and handsomely wide as well. Oh, a bit of heading from Frank Talia. Doesn't matter how you keep him out, as long as you don't use your hands. Finicum. Oh, and Weller chests it down, but obviously losing that. Trying to hold it up. Harrison back for Beresford. Gives it a good thump this time, Marlon Beresford, way into the Swindon half. Ayres usually operating on that left-hand side for the Clarets. Nogan. Blue and black shirts getting in there, and Nogan turns round. Well, just lost his balance momentarily there, Andy Cook, but surely if he could have got on the spun round and had a crack at goal there.
Yeah, good early ball in, and as you say, Cook just losing his balance. But I think Burnley certainly unnerved Swindon and unsettled them, and certainly been the better side in this first half an hour.
Let's just hope for a goal for the Clarets in this first half, as Parkinson picks up play for the Clarets. Oh, and still Parky. And that's Kurt Nogan offside. He put the flag up, much to the disgust of the Burnley supporters, and it was a wee bit late, it must be said.
Yeah, any later and he'd have missed the National Lottery draw there, the linesman. He'd kept it down for a good couple of seconds after the ball was played through, and a very, even if it was a good decision, it was a very late one.
Yes, probably thought he got away with that, Kurt Nogan. Swindon on the counter-attack now. Finney trying to get the ball across. Harrison causing him all sorts of problems. Swindon still have it. Bowden looking for this one. Looks like he may get it, and he does. Outstretched leg. Culverhouse runs into trouble. Now then, can Nogan get round Seagraves? Well, he practically did there. Had to go back, but Thompson here for Parkinson. Warren Joyce won't get that one. Taken away from Weller. Harrison's header now. Allen. Oh, that was Allison's lunging challenge on Parkinson, but the ball is spread far side. Chris Finicum for Burnley. Joyce has to release it, has changed his mind. Here's Ayres in a central position. Ayres trying to get it through those blue and black shirts. It didn't come off, and consequently Swindon come away far side, and that one for Finney to chase. So too does Mark Winstanley, and Winstanley misses the challenge. Finney free, but Winstanley retrieves the situation, does well, the Burnley central defender. Finicum. Nogan. Good control from Nogan. High ball for Cook from Thompson, and that was a bit wayward. Back by Finicum. Nearly Thompson put under pressure again. Gary Parkinson, a lot of this ball at the moment. Allison's shiny dome wins that one. Coming around to the half-hour mark here, as Warren Joyce trying to get the midfield going for the Clarets. Thompson sprays it for Weller. Oh, and that was a dangerous one from Bowden, who had his foot up on Paul Weller. Good ball from Parkinson. Finicum. Cross comes in, and a header from, David Ayres. Glancing header wide from the Burnley man.
Another good move. Finicum has impressed his first half with some good quality balls coming in, and Ayres just perhaps rising too early there, and his header glanced wide of that far post. But I would definitely say that in this first half now Burnley looked far hungrier of the two sides.
Yes, plenty of attacks into that Swindon half in this first half, and that free kick goes against the Clarets. Bowden cakes it quickly for Finney. Finney crosses hard, very hard in fact. Tony will now roll back the years for Burnley Football Club.
Looking back 20 years ago, and Colin Walden, an old stalwart, the Burnley centre half, of course Burnley captain in the early 70s, was playing his last appearance in a Clarets shirt in a disappointing defeat at Liverpool in 75-76 season when the Clarets were relegated. Walden, who made 308 appearances in a Burnley shirt. At the same time, Swindon were struggling on the bottom of the third division, and by the end of the season they just managed to escape relegation.
Interesting news there from years gone by, and here we still have nil apiece. As Burnley attempting to have a win under Adrian Heath's managership, the first one at home for him. There's Finney, going to try one, take the stung it. Marlon Beresford, and that's probably well, not the nearest they've come, but certainly wasn't a bad effort from the number 9 Finney.
Yeah, despite a lot of Burnley's pressure, they'll have to be wary of Swindon. We've got some dangerous lads up front with Finney there, and also Allison. Fortunately for Burnley, Peter Thorne, who scored a couple here I think last season, not available today through injury. But Burnley, despite all the pressure, have only really tested Talia on the odd occasion, with that early chance for Curtin Hogan being the nearest.
The one that hit the woodwork, of course. And yes, Thorne, a man who came from not too far away down the road. We shan't mention who they are, but obviously we could have perhaps had him at Turf Moor. That was a foul by Paul Weller and Paul Bowden. Will be Bowden to take this one. He's told Sean Taylor to get up in the attack for Swindon. Allison, well, it didn't make it that time. Mark Winstanley did make connection and had to head wide of the uprights. Thankfully it did go wide.
Yeah, Winstanley to the rescue there as that ball went right through from the free kick. Winstanley good diving header out. So as I said, despite plenty of Burnley pressure, Swindon keep coming forward with the odd break here.
As that corner comes across, the Swindon men get in a spot of trouble. Bowden up, Thompson. Well as a fancy flick. Bowden's in again. Parkinson. Culverhouse. 2. Well, it would have been to Ty Gooden there, but obviously he'd misread that one. A real up and under there from Taylor, the captain. Harrison gives it a first time kick, and again offside. Intercepted well by Cook, but back with Culverhouse. Seagraves. Straight to Vinicum. Burnley playing it close on that far side. Ayres. Chasing that one is Nogan. With him is Culverhouse, and Nogan latches onto this one. Can Nogan get it over? Good play from Kurt Nogan again. Great ball in, and well, it was a good cross. Paul Bodin again putting that ball out for a Burnley corner.
Yeah, Burnley have created the best of the chances coming from that left-hand flank with it's either Vinicum or this time Ayers laying a terrific ball down, which Nogan did well to keep in and then float a good ball over, and as you say, Bodin just coming to the rescue again.
Thompson's corner. Curler, nasty one. Frank Tellier managed to grasp that one under the bar there. So quite an entertaining half so far, with the scoreboard still blank for either side, and Ayres leaves it that time. Here's Joyce. Culverhouse on him like a hawk. Joyce looking for support, finds it in Vinicum. And that was a claim for handball, which has been dismissed by the referee. Probably wasn't anyway. Paul Allen now for Allison. Switching it left side for Horlock. Parkinson completely missed his challenge there, and Harrison puts it out. Here's Allison, so too is Winstanley. So another corner to the visitors, left-hand side for them as the big men go up for Swindon Town with Taylor and Seagraves, leaving only Culverhouse back on the halfway line. The ball comes in then. Mullen Beresford doesn't get a hold of that one. That was a dangerous one. Spun back for Allison. Oh, and that was again Cook helping out in defence. But still the ball falls to Swindon Town. Centre of midfield. Bodin tries the cross. Parkinson gets in the way. Weller finds Parkinson now. Swift play from Paul Allen. Gets the ball away from Kurt Nogan. Bodin. Gooden. Allison. Cleared by Vinicum. Here's Kurt Nogan now. Probably a chance on for the Clarets. He's got Cook up in support. Now, which way is one or the other going to go? It's laying it wide for Cook. And that's offside. It's a bit of a confusion with the two Burnley strikers, really not knowing which or what way to go there.
Yeah, Kurt unfortunately got a little bit stuck there. It was 2 against 2, but just delayed his pass, and Andy Cook unfortunately straight into an offside position.
Be Frank Tellier now to take this goal kick then for Swindon Town. Allison heads down as far as Thompson. Took of the shirt on Chris Vinicum from Allen. Good ball again from Steve Thompson for Paul Weller. In for Parkinson, across from him, and Taylor's in the way. Good play again from Winstanley. Another work, a move broken down there. Robinson on that far side, chips it up. Horlock it is, over on operator on that right hand side, claims for handball. Or the ball out, or whatever. It's a Burnley throw-in. Oh, and that's dangerous. That was aiming for Allison, and Harrison was there for Burnley. Oh, and header from Taylor, well wide. Marlon Beresford having a few words, and quite rightly too. So that free kick, it could have been a disaster just before the interval there.
Yeah, Jerry Harrison doing great work there. Look as though Allison was favourites to finish that one off, but Harrison just getting in the nick of time there to just keep Burnley level. It would have been an injustice if that one had have gone in, because Burnley have certainly been the better side in this first period.
Without any goals, if that is possible. Thompson, Parky. Steve Thompson, another spraying shot, which is a little bit wayward, way the back of Chris Vinicum. Ayres. Good ball for Nogan now. Kurt Nogan racing forward. Oh, and did that ball come to Andy Cook or not? It's come back to Vinicum, a shot which is way over the top. And another one for Burnley down the pan.
Yeah, Nogan again finding himself in plenty of space. Cook again not able to get a good first touch on it, as it spun away off his foot. Fortunately for Swindon, it ended at the feet of one of their defenders, and they managed to scramble it away again.
Must be said that most of the Burnley attacks have been more prominent down the left-hand side in this first half. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, slightly unbalanced in that respect, but they've put some great balls over. Not able to convert any of them, but I'm sure Adrian Heath will be looking for I think Paul Waller to try and get a bit more into the match on this right-hand flank as well.
It seems to be lacking a wee bit of confidence in going forward and beating the marker.
Yeah, of course, playing against a side under Steve McMahon, you know that you're not going to get an inch with the challenges that are coming in, and there's certainly been one or two strong challenges in there, and I'm sure young Weller has possibly been a bit wary of that.
Yes, very hard physical side, Swindon, but that's the way they play the game. And a free kick awarded to the Clarets. Steve Thompson suggesting that man should not have picked the ball up. He wants to take a quickly taken free kick. The one or two stewards in the Ensley stand, well, looking rather anxious at the moment, and as well as the police. Weller. Parkinson's done a run on the right-hand side, but not happening. It's not happening. Seagraves. Culverhouse screaming for the ball is Paul Bowden here, and he gets it. Gooden. His 45 minutes are up on the clock here. Any stoppage time now. And we're on the stroke of the half-time cup of tea. Thompson does well, but in close quarters for Joyce. Now here's Chris Vinicum. Cook battling away with Culverhouse. No foul. Finnick. Seagraves, long ball for Allison. Good to watch him chest it down. Allison on that far side. Lays it back for Robinson. Good challenge from Harrison, but Allison picks it up. Finney now for Swindon. Taken away from him by Wyn Stanley. Only as far as Bowden for Swindon. Joyce and Burnley come away with it. Midfield with Thompson. But again, harassed off the ball by Allen. And Robinson for Swindon, far side. Thompson looking for options here, but it's nearly half-time. Robinson. Allison. Robinson trying to find Finney, and Mark Wyn Stanley for Vinicum. And the whistle blows. It's half-time at Turf Moor. It's been an entertaining first half. Burnley have had most of the spoils, I would think, in front of goal. but it's 0-0.
Yeah, frustration really for Burnley because they've played really well in patches. And they've got some good balls into the box, especially as we said earlier, coming over from that left-hand side with Nogan, Ayres and Vinicum, but as yet not able to put any in the back of the net. Let's hope that in the second period that we can turn some of those crosses and chances into some goals.
Clarets will be playing towards the be-all end in the second half, which is something unusual. But at half-time at Turf Moor, it's Burnley 0 and Swindon Town 0. Welcome back to this second half. No goals on the score sheet, and it's going to be Swindon Town to kick off this second half. Burnley will be playing towards the be-all end. David Ayres running straight into trouble there. Row F of the new North Stand seating here at Turf Moor. Mark Winstanley's clearance. Joyce getting the clearance in. Ayres doing well to get a foot up. And then Nogan. Wayward ball from Vinicum. Give it to me was the cry from Mark Robinson. He's now got it for Swindon. Allison offside. Pierre Chris Vinicum in a spot of bother here. Referee asking him if he's okay. He's quite in some agony. Good header from Cook. Nogan to chase it. And Culverhouse puts it out. Formerly of Norwich City, of course. Ian Culverhouse, very experienced campaigner. Weller lays it back for Parkinson. Burnley backpedaling at the moment. Ayres will have to watch his back, and he does. And takes it. Well, I thought I'd taken it too far. Chris Vinicum. Put out by fullback Bowden. Burnley just a right time to score for the Clarets just now.
Yeah, interesting to see what Adrian Heath had to say at half-time, whether he's trying to change the tactics, but a bright start again by Burnley.
Punch from Frank Talia gives Burnley another corner. Another punch from the keeper. Weller lays it across for Thompson, who hits it wayward, bending away all the time. Vinicum hoists it up. Weller. Vinicum going to take him on. It's a tight corner, held back Chris Vinicum there. Referee waves advantage. Weller straight through the legs and Nogan just in there, but the central defender just taking it away from Kurt Nogan. Horlock. Finney. Oh, and he gives round his marker well. Winstanley in there. The referee waves play on. Swindon fans none too happy about that, but it was a clean challenge from Winstanley.
Yeah, looked initially as though Finney was in on goal there, and then as he sidestepped his man, comes crashing to the ground. One of the Swindon lads not happy with the decision. I think Allison demonstrating there with the ref, but the man in black deciding that no foul committed.
The stretcher's coming on. Whether he was fouled or not, he's led out in the Burnley penalty area. That's Steve Finney.
Just looking at the referee today, who's a keen sportsman. Well, that should stand to reason, really, being a referee, but his job is being a finance manager, and he likes to keep fit during the summer months by fell walking and mountaineering. He's been a senior referee only since the 1994-95 season.
Very fit chap then, but Finney not looking too fit at the moment as he hobbles off the field. Allison getting through some work here. Pushes it wide. Robinson. And Beresford positioned well, Marlon Beresford, for that cross from that right-hand side.
Yeah, terrific claim there by the Burnley keeper. It looks as though the Swindon man, Finney, won't be taking any further part in the game, and I think we're about to see this afternoon's first substitution.
Nogan. Cook gives Nogan the return. He's got two men on him straight away, and a good effort sneaked in by Nogan and kept hard and low right to Frank Tagliar on his goal line.
Yeah, I thought Andy Cook there had the best option of a shot on goal, but in fact he decided to lay it back off for Nogan, who was then once again crowded out by players with the 23 goals or so that he scored this season. Obviously Swindon knowing all about his presence in that penalty area.
High ball from Mark Winstanley. Here's Andy Cook. Culverhouse, well, it's a foul by Cook, says the referee. So Martin Ling has replaced number 9 Steve Finney. Allison gets the slightest of touches there. And a foul on Ty Gooden there. Horlock with the kick, and Marlon Beresford's out there. He's got it on the second attempt. Some brave keeping again from the Burnley keeper, but straight into the fullback Bodin. A hot shot which is deflected by the substitute Ling. It's another foul. Vinicum again on Ty Gooden. Gooden with it, Beresford out for it, pushes it out in fact. Thompson. Ayres making a run down the inside left channel, and Nogan on the ball now for Burnley. Cross comes in, but the keeper collects well. Frank Tellier. So that was a fast raid from the Clarets, but it soon came to an abrupt end.
Yeah, good break. It seems as though Swindon have upped the tempo a little bit this second half, applying a lot more pressure to that Burnley goal, but Norgan speeding away there, but unfortunately not able to pick out the Burnley man with his cross.
It's Paul Weller, far side for Burnley now. Oops. Joey Harrison deciding not to take the ball with him on that occasion. Parkinson plays it up, but again the blue and black shirts of Swindon pick up play. Ayres harassing as he goes in, wins the ball cleanly, I thought, and that referee was not a good decision by Mr. Riley.
Yeah, Ayres made a fair challenge for that ball, but Mr. Riley deciding that it was a foul.
Kurt Nogan, one-on-one, the keeper very bravely out and smacks it into the Bob Lord stand. That was well, looked like it was going to be a goal for the Clarets there.
Yeah, Nogan able to find a little bit of space there as the ball was put through, but Tellier quick to race out of his goal and deny the Burnley man a goal scoring opportunity.
Ling. Back to Taylor, he gives it back to Tellier, who kicks it long and out of play. Stanley again quickly in on Allison, but Swindon have possession with Seagraves. Paul Weller now, can he cook? Good ball for Weller, can he get in there? Weller, well, it's slightly 50-50 ball which Paul Weller seemed to back out of there.
Yeah, well, initially started that move with a good ball up for Cook, and it looks as though Weller might be onto it, but I think it was Culverhouse again to the rescue for the visitors.
Here's Robinson. Ooh, and that was a header from David Ayres back for Marlon Beresford. Marwin Stanley doing well in the Burnley defence. David Ayres turns well. There's one for Weller, but it doesn't really look like he's going to get in there. Keeper's in. And Frank Tellier comes out to Paul Weller, who was oncoming on him. Allison's brought down by Gary Parkinson. Free kick again to the visitors. Really conceding their fair share of free kicks in this second half.
Yes, Swindon have had one or two free kicks in quite good positions, and this one again is going to certainly test the Burnley back line.
Oh, and that got a nasty deflection. It could have gone in anywhere. Thankfully it went wide. Ty Gooden then to take this corner for Swindon Town. Chip, if you like. Allison. Wide of the post.
Terrible miss really by Allison. questions to be asked about where the markers were. There was two there at the far post, completely left on their own, and Allison, his header wide of the post, to the relief of the Burnley fans behind that goal.
It's 15 minutes gone in this second half. Mark Winstanley gives it an up and under. Harrison with a header. Now the Weller for Burnley. Oh, just cut out by Seagraves. The linesman was flagging on this near side. That was Andy Cook who was brought down, and a free kick surely to Burnley. What has the referee done? Allen. Warlock going backwards way to Culverhouse. Culverhouse comes forward now. Now Cook for Burnley. Joyce. Near Parkinson on that, and Weller together. Parkinson on the ball now. Cross comes in, straight again to the back four. Gooden. Taken away from him by Winstanley. Retrieves it again for Burnley. Had a good game at the back, Mark Winstanley.
Yeah, we're saying at half-time, Winstanley's been very impressive in that Burnley back line, and he's been a sort of tower of strength in the Burnley defence to keep the likes of Allison at bay when Swindon have made the counter-attack.
Territorially though, it's mainly Swindon so far in this second half. This is Allen. Ling gives it in back. Here's Seagraves, near side for Swindon. As long ball for Cook. Taylor's up there. And Taylor gets the ball eventually. Culverhouse, Robinson. 2. Well, that was a bad ball from Allen. Burnley a throw in. That was a foul on Andy Cook by Taylor, but the referee, well, not really watching at this particular time. Allen. Allison. Horlock. Ling. Being harassed by Joyce, but still Ling in possession. Back for Culverhouse now. Going around in the circle at the moment. Swindon. Here's Allen again for Swindon. That was out of play. So if we say this game's crying out for a goal.
Yeah, as you were saying earlier on, that Swindon have had most of the possession in this second half, but really neither goalkeeper has been tested apart from a few crosses swung in. It's, as you say, in need of a goal. Let's hope it's coming in at the be-all end of the ground.
Indeed, but Swindon have a throw-in just under the TV gantry here. Robinson takes it. Allison shielding the ball. Back for Robinson now. Good cross from him, and well, it was a Burnley man there. Cleared off the line. Marlon Beresford's there eventually, smother that ball at the near post. And, well, it's danger every time the ball goes in that Burnley box.
Yeah, a little escape there as Beresford saved there by one of his defenders on the line, and then the Burnley number one able to just get his hands on the ball to rescue the situation again.
With the snow coming across Turf Moor at the moment. Cook's good header. Nogan. Joyce for Weller. No, it's really poor Weller, not really able to run at these lads. He's going to have a do perhaps. Back for Parkey. And Thompson's in the fray now. Thompson's going to lose out here. And it's a Swindon ball. So the next home match here at Turf Moor is on Tuesday, April the 2nd against the Cherries. That's Bournemouth, of course. So Burnley have three very, as Tony said, away matches here. Vinicum clears the danger for Burnley. That was a foul on Andy Cook, surely to goodness, from Sean Taylor. The referee acknowledges that. Bit of a battle going on between Cook and Taylor this afternoon.
Yeah, the Burnley lad's given as good as he's got. He's possibly come out worst in some of the decisions. The referee this time though giving it in favour of the Burnley man.
Nogan, well, he couldn't take the ball with him. Point against a team like Swindon, where Burnley's form has been of late, wouldn't be a bad result, really, would it?
That's right, but looking at the fixture list in front, where we've got these three away games against all teams in the top half of the division, I'm sure Inchy will be looking for a winner this afternoon to try and lift the side's position before we go into those three long visits.
Yeah, 3 points would be more welcome. Culverhouse. Well, Talia kicks out and results in a Burnley throw. Weller on that far side then. Harrison. Ooh, just on the top. Ayres. Can he get control of the ball? David Ayres does so. Anyway, Crowley tries a shot, and it's not a bad effort from David Ayres. It cannons off the chest of Frank Talia. And, well, that was a real opportunity for the Clarets. Half chance.
Yeah, cracking effort. Would have just could have just done with Kurt Nogan being on the end of that as Talia fumbled the save. But Burnley coming back into the picture there, and a good effort from the Burnley man.
Ling gets a corner for his efforts. Ayres back in defence, cleared long by Weller, up to Culverhouse. Nogan looks on. Allen's on this near side for Swindon. Seagraves, Allison now. Oh, and this could be dangerous for the Clarets. And Winstanley again, a power of strength at the back for Burnley. Without Mark Winstanley, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah, Winstanley again, it looked as though it was odds on Allison bearing down on goal there as he beat the offside trap, but the Burnley centre-half has been in impeccable form this afternoon, able to put it out for a corner.
Bowden with the corner, it's not a good one. Thompson gets his head to it, but it falls to the blue and black of Swindon Town. Here's Allen, pushes it wide. Robinson up to the back post, headed down. Allison gets The big man, he's very nimble for a big chap. And that was taking a deflection again, and once again Swindon find themselves with another corner. Oh, it went past him there. Some stout defending by the Clarets. Harrison it was that time that blocked that one. Bowden on the left side for Swindon. A curling, awkward ball. Oh, and that was cleared off the line again by, I think it was Warren Joyce that time. Burnley under the cosh there. And Nogan could on a counter-attack. Now come on, they can get that one, surely to goodness. Well, the defender not really wanting Kurt Nogan to go there.
Yeah, the other end, Burnley living very dangerously there with some great last-ditch defending as it was cleared up the field. It looked as though Nogan could have been away, but unfortunately the Swindon defender again getting his foot in.
Now then, it's Swindon's turn to break once again here at Turf Moor. Warlock crosses in offside, the flag's gone up. Cook with the slightest of glances straight to Talia. Mark Seagraves puts the ball up, Vinicum heads on, Marlon Beresford collects. So dare we say it, it has 0-0 stamped all over it at the moment without touching too much fate. Allison. Parkinson on him, but Joyce now for Burnley. Fell short for David Ayres. Man on him, Allen was already in there. Kurt Nogan chasing Taylor. And Taylor does the... well, he must think the right thing with a man like Kurt Nogan homing in on you.
Yeah, the Clarets fans really getting behind them to try and spur on to get a goal, but it looks quite a stalemate at the moment, and maybe taking a bit of magic to break the deadlock.
Robinson. Vinicum puts his foot in the way. Thompson. One for Nogan, and well, he's in two minds, is Tellier. And he's in no two minds. Sean Taylor had to be positive then, as Kurt Nogan once again homing in. But again, nothing there. Burnley substitutes still intact. You think Inchie might be tempted to have one change?
There's only 16 minutes left on the clock, so it's there's Derek Adams and Paul Smith on the bench there, so it'll be interesting to see whether Inchie just does try and swap things round for the last few minutes.
Yeah, just 16 minutes to Burnley to collect a goal against a well-organised Swindon side, it must be said. Not up the top there for nothing. Vinicum clears. Taylor's in there. Winstanley's header. And Cook can't hold it. Outstretched leg of David Ayres. Paul Allen. Binnicum got a bit of a run around here. He's difficulty making contact. Seagrave's header, cross, I do beg your pardon, and a corner awarded again. I think it was Horlock whose header was just wide. It took a deflection.
He must have bemused Marlon Beresford, questioning the referee's decision there. It must have come off a Burnley man to give Swindon that corner kick.
And the ball comes in once again. Cleared this time again by David Ayres. Bodin. Wide for Ling now. Gooden tries to take it inside Parkinson. And Burnley come away with it with David Ayres. Now, can Burnley have an attack here? What went on there? Took my eye off the ball for a minute. Kurt Nogan here, virtually on his own with two men inside him. And the fullback is there, Paul Bodin. Yellow card then for Paul Allen. Thompson, Cook, held back surely, but no, it was Cook doing the fouling initially. Confusion on which ball is going to be used, obviously with the north stand not being used and being boarded up. Ball boys have to be very quick with the another ball that disappears over the hoardings. Parkinson. Bowden gets his foot in. It's a Burnley throw in, far side of the field. Taken off Weller. Parkinson goes down. That's a free kick to Burnley that time. Well, it's getting a bit scrappy now.
Yeah, neither side wanting to lose, obviously, and yet both sides really in need of the 3 points for different reasons. But as I say, it needs a bit of inspiration from somewhere to break the deadlock.
Well, Warren Joyce was up there, but so too was Mark Seagraves' head. Here's Mark Robinson. Lays it off for Seagraves. Got Allen to his right. Chooses Ling. Martin Ling seems to be everywhere at the moment. Still in possession, Swindon. Gooden. Foot out from Ayres, and Burnley, well, have possession momentarily. It's a Swindon throw-in. Robinson trying to run at this Burnley defence now. Allen. Binnicum takes it away from him and takes it out. It's for handball. Hit the chest, the ref says. Now then, Joyce. Weller. Cook again. Allison chests it down, and out comes Marlon Beresford to deny the big striker.
Yeah, it's possibly the first time he's got the other side of Mark Winstanley all afternoon. But Beresford this time coming to his centre arse rescue there.
9 minutes on the clock. It's Burnley 0, Swindon Town 0 in the Ensley League Division 2. Horlock claims handball. They only get the advantage here. Weller and Joyce now, but that's gone out of play. And the attendance given here today by the public address system, 9,360. Bodin. Thompson to Joyce, and Weller steaming down that right-hand side. Now can Weller get across? Weller goes across. It's a long one. The hand was out there from Seagraves. Obviously he didn't touch it. Cook lays it back. 2 men here. Ayres and Vinicum. Ayres crosses. Oh, and again Taylor's there. Joyce runs straight into trouble, Warren Joyce. Ling does too, must be said, and Ayres puts it out. Good play from David Ayres, retrieving the situation for the Clarets. Harrison dispossessed. Thompson, well, a ball to nowhere. Frank Tellier gets that one. Thompson for Parkinson. Oh, that was a foul, surely on Kurt Nogan. No, David Ayres now. Can he finish off? Here's Thompson. Oh, and the shot goes agonisingly wide at the far post, and well, actually was Warren Joyce and not Steve Thompson, but still I thought that was going to be in.
Yeah, I was thinking the county, the linesman's flag was up there for either an offside or an infringement, but a promising sweeping move there by Burnley, and so with only a few minutes left on the clock, 7 minutes, let's hope that the Clarets can just find that elusive route to goal that they haven't been able to find so far.
Yes, if Burnley could sneak one with 9 minutes of the game, all the better. Seagraves. Harrison. That goes against Warren Joyce. Allison somehow manages to find Robinson here. Allen on the overlap. Gooden. Allen. Weaving, ducking and diving. A good cross in, and Weller heads out. Joyce doesn't know where Horlock is, but Horlock knows where the ball is. Harrison holding, or is it Harrison holding Allison? Well, it's given it the other way, which I feel are 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, and I think that was a bit unfair from the referee, Riley. Yeah,
the ref's had a pretty ordinary second half, I think, his performance, it's fair to say, and once again another 50-50 going the visitors' way.
Looks like Burnley are perhaps ready to make a substitution. It looks like Paul Smith is ready to come on for Burnley. With not too long left. It's a corner then to the visitors. Ling will take it. Five minutes left. Bad corner. Thompson clears, only as far as Bowden. Cross from Bowden. Harrison heads up. And Stanley to clear long. Will go out to play, will it? No, it won't. Thompson. Now for Nogan. Cook running down that right flank. Cross comes in, but it's too long for Joyce. It agonisingly goes away from the former Preston midfielder. He gives it back for Vinicum. Joyce goes past Allen. It's going backwards way, unfortunately. Vinicum. To the rescue for Swindon is Taylor, the captain. Could be that Swindon are getting slightly rattled towards the end of this game. Ling gets the return from Allison. Here's Gooden. One way, then the other way, and again, and he's lucky to get the ball at his feet still. And eventually the Clarets come away with it. Mark Winstanley eventually. Nogan stretching out for that one. Thompson, that was a foul. Steve Thompson fouling Paul Allen there, and they probably thought that the ref hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, it's just coming up to the last couple of minutes there. Good break that time by Burnley, but unfortunately not able to find the net again. And then at the other end, Swindon looked like they had an opportunity with the Burnley defence. With I think Mark Winstanley, it's fair to say, the Clarets man of the match once again, just clearing up the mess at the back.
Yes, no doubt about that. We'll give that one to Mark Winstanley, who had an outstanding game, as you said, at the back for the Clarets. Two central defenders, of course, injured. Smith is coming on and replacing Andy Cook. So Paul Smith, 3 appearances really. Well, he had a start against Bristol City, didn't he? And a couple of sub-appearances in the last 2 league games.
Yeah, he's been very promising for the reserves over the last couple of years, and I'm sure he's going to be pressing now and knocking on the first team squad door for the foreseeable future. He's very good at running at defenders and putting them under pressure. Obviously this afternoon he's not going to have much time to do that with only 2 or 3 minutes to go.
Not too long, it must be said. It's not really a chance to get a long run at it. 2 minutes left. No goals in this game. Here's Seagraves. Gooden goes past Winstanley. Vinicum's in there. That's a Burnley throw-in. It's a given. For him, but Culverhouse is there again. Thompson, not for the first time, loses possession, and in doing so, gives away a needless foul. Stanley again. Paul Allen. Mark Robinson. Taken away from him by Vinicum, but somehow Swindon managed to get the ball again. And Gooden's effort wide of the upright with very little time left.
Yeah, we're just coming into stoppage time, and there won't be too much of that. It's the bit of time that the trainer was on for the lad that eventually had to go off. But I think it's fair to say Burnley's first half performance better than the second half, but in the second period we've seen in flashes why Swindon are up there in the running for promotion.
Yeah, Swindon well organised, and they'll be happy with the point. So Adrian Heath's Claret and Blue Army get a point against Swindon Town, and a good performance in, as you say, in the first half, but the second half, well.
Yeah, Swindon coming back into the second period, possibly the best chance of the game fell in that first few minutes on, and Kurt Nogan had a great opportunity, but after that Burnley found it very hard to get into the sort of rear guard of the Swindon defence, and at the other end, Beresford and his defenders also had to pull out of the stops. So possibly, all in all, with the second half, a fair result.
The match is against Crewe at Gresty Road on Tuesday, but at Turf Moor on Saturday afternoon, it's Burnley 0, Swindon Town 0.